Morning students. So today we are going to learn about the maximum range of projectile. So in the previous class we have derived the range of projectile r is equals to u square sine 2 theta by g. This was the equation for range of projectile. Range of projectile means how much distance it will cover. If you suppose you are throwing a ball at a particular angle, then how much distance will it will cover before reaching the ground. Okay. So today we'll discuss about the maximum range. So how much maximum range of this projectile. So before starting the maximum range of this projectile, look at this video first. So look at this video of Virat Kohli. Okay. So this famous run out by Virat Kohli. So look how Virat Kohli is throwing the ball. So look, he's throwing the ball at a particular angle. Okay, nearly 45 degrees. He is not throwing the ball vertically or horizontally. Okay, he is throwing the ball at a particular angle. Okay, do you know why? Because if you throw the ball at a particular angle, 45-degree angle, nearly equals to 45-degree angle, then it will cover the ball will cover the maximum distance. Okay, if you throw the ball horizontally or vertically, okay, in this way, then it will not cover that much distance. If you throw a ball at a particular angle 45 degree 45 degree angle, then it will cover the maximum distance. So today we will learn the why it will cover the maximum distance. Okay, so the equation for range of projectile is r is equals to u square sine 2 theta by g. Okay, now this g is a constant quantity, its value is fixed. G is equals to 9.8 meter per second square. Okay, and u is fixed for a particular person. Suppose you are throwing a ball every time, so I am assuming that you will throw the ball with the same power every time. Okay, so that means u is nearly fixed. Okay, u is nearly fixed for a particular person, because your power is fixed. You can throw, suppose you are throwing a ball at a with a speed of 30 meter per second. So every time you will throw the ball with same speed, nearly same speed, 29, 30, 31 in the same speed. So u is fixed for a particular person. So what we can change? We can change only this part, sine 2 theta. So means we can change only the angle. So you can throw the ball at 45-degree angle, 60-degree angle, 0-degree angle, 90-degree angle. So you can change the angle only. So what I am trying to say is that, so maximum range is depends on r into sine 2 theta. Okay, so when this term it will maximum, then the ball will cover the maximum distance. Okay, so when sine 2 theta is maximum, then the ball will cover maximum distance. Okay, so when sine 2 theta will be maximum. Okay, so what is the maximum value of sine theta? The maximum value of sine theta is +1 and minimum value is -1. So the maximum value of sine theta is how much? +1. So when this term will become 1, then the ball will reach the maximum distance. So from here you can write 2 theta is equals to sine inverse 1. And what is the value of sine inverse 1? Sine inverse 1 is 90 degree. So 2 theta is equals to 90 degree. So theta is equals to 45 degree. Theta is equals to finally 45 degree. So that means if you throw any object or ball or anything at a 45 degree angle, then it will cover the maximum distance, or your range of projectile will be maximum. Or so suppose you are kicking, if you kick the ball at 45 degree angle, so here it shows, then it will cover the maximum distance. Okay, it will cover the maximum distance. And remember one more thing is that if you throw at a part, so when it will cover the maximum height. It will cover the maximum height when you, if you throw the ball or the object at an angle of 60 degree. Okay, then it will, if you throw at an angle of 60 degree, then it will cover the maximum height. And if you throw at an angle 45 degree, then it will cover the maximum distance, or the range of projectile will be maximum. Correct? So the maximum value of r max, maximum value of range of projectile is u square by g. Why u square by g? Because maximum value of sin 2 theta is 1. So when the maximum value of range of projectile is r max is equals to u square by g, correct? And this is why a long jumper takes jump at an angle of 45 degree. Okay, now look at this example. So this is a famous example of range of projectile. So a monkey, so this is a monkey, this monkey is hanging on a tree. Okay, now if you shoot the monkey with a gun, okay, if you aim the monkey and shoot the gun, then then the bullet will not reach the monkey. Okay, it will go in this curved path. Why? Because the moment you shoot the moment you shoot the gun, so gravity will attract this bullet. Okay, so it will it will not go upward, but it will move in a curved path. But in a particular situation, suppose when you are shooting the gun at the same moment, if the monkey starts falling downward direction, okay, if the monkey starts falling at the same time, then your bullet, it will hit the monkey. Do you know why? Because suppose you are throwing the bullet and the monkey starts falling. Monkey starts falling means the gravity will attract this monkey, and the gravity will attract the bullet also, and the value of gravitational acceleration is same for both the monkey and both the bullet. Okay, so they will come down with the same speed or with the same rate. Okay, so that means after some time your bullet, it will hit the monkey. Okay, higher the initial velocity of the bullet, the sooner it would strike the monkey. Now our next topic is projections from a height. Okay, projection from height means, suppose if you throw, okay, so if you okay, so we know that if you throw a ball from the ground, okay, so it will do a projectile motion. Okay, now if you throw the ball, the same ball with a from a building, then what will happen? So we'll discuss the second case first. So in the second case, suppose you are standing on, suppose this is a building and you are standing on this building. Okay, and suppose you throw you are throwing a ball horizontally. Horizontal means in this direction, correct, right side. Then what will happen? Now what will be the velocity in x direction, what will be the velocity, acceleration, and the final velocity in x and y direction? We will consider that. So x axis and y axis. So you are throwing the ball in which direction? In right side, not upward. Okay, so that means so suppose you are throwing the ball with a speed of 5 meter per second. Okay, so that means the initial velocity, so the initial velocity of the ball is how much? In x axis, initial velocity is 5 meter per second. So but what is the initial velocity in y axis? The initial velocity in y axis is 0 actually. Why? Because so there is no velocity component in y direction. You are throwing the ball in horizontally, means x in the x axis only. So the velocity component in y direction is how much? Velocity component in the y direction is 0. Now what is the acceleration in x direction? Acceleration in x direction is actually 0, because there is no acceleration component. But acceleration in y direction, it is actually g and minus g actually, because when you throw the ball, the gravity will attract the ball, correct, and you know that the gravitational acceleration, it always works in downward direction. So there is a acceleration, and that is g, gravitational acceleration, and it is working in which direction? It is working on downward direction. So downward direction means in along the y axis. So there is an acceleration in y direction, and that is minus g, and there is no acceleration in x direction. Since there is no acceleration in x direction, so that means there is no, so that means your velocity in x direction will always remains constant. If the initial velocity in x direction is final 5 meter per second, so at this point also the velocity in x direction it will be 5 meter per second, and the final velocity it will be also in x direction in 5 meter per second. So acceleration is in x direction always constant, but acceleration in y direction it is varying. Okay, so in y direction, so initially the acceleration here at this point in y direction is velocity in y direction, initial velocity is 0. So after, gravitational acceleration is working in downward direction. Okay, so that means its velocity will increase, velocity will start increasing. Okay, so velocity will increase as the body will fall downward. Okay, so in x-axis, so I am saying again, in x-axis initial velocity is, if initial velocity u, but in y direction initial velocity is 0. Acceleration in x-axis is 0, acceleration in y-axis is minus g. The acceleration final velocity in x direction will remain same, as the initial velocity. Final velocity in x direction is equals to initial velocity in x direction, but final velocity, but in the velocity in y direction it will start increasing, it will increase. Now you don't need this calculation actually. Okay, so we will use the equation, equation of motions. V is equals to ut, s is equals to ut plus half at square. So just remember the concepts, so you don't need this equations. Okay, derivations they will not come in your exam. Now the first question is, an object is thrown horizontally from a building of height 20 meter with a speed of 5 meter per second. Okay, so suppose you are throwing a ball in horizontal direction, that means in this direction, so obviously it will do a projectile motion, so it will follow a curved path due to gravity. Okay, so it will not go for like this, it will follow a curved path due to gravity. Now first, the height of the building is given 20 meter. Okay, now question is, first question is, find the time taken by the particle to reach the ground. So time, we have to first calculate the time. So time, okay, so look, so first we have to consider the x direction velocity or y direction velocity. So we will consider the y direction velocity. Why? Because here the displacement is y direction. We know the displacement in y direction, that is 20 meter, but we don't know the displacement in x direction. Okay, so if range was given, then we can use the x direction motion, but here since height is given, so here we will consider the y direction motion. So initial velocity in y direction is how much? 0, because here this 5 meter per second, it is the initial velocity in x direction, but initial velocity in y direction is 0. Acceleration in y direction is how much? Minus g. Okay, so first remember the sign convention when the object is falling in under the gravity. Okay, when the object is falling under the gravity, you first remember the sign convention, otherwise you will get confused. The sign convention is, suppose this is earth surface, okay, remember this one, listen this one carefully, this is earth surface. So if a body is going above, if a body is going upward direction, then we'll take that as positive. If a object is going downward direction, so we'll take as negative. Okay, so this is the vector convention. So in our equation, a is equals to ut plus half at square. So which one is the, and v is equals to u plus at. So first tell me which is the vector quantity. Displacement is a vector quantity, initial velocity is a vector quantity, acceleration is a vector quantity, and final velocity is a vector quantity. So if a object or body is going upward direction, then we'll take the displacement as positive. If the object is going downward, then we'll take the displacement as negative. The simple formula. If an object is going upward, then the velocity will be positive. If an object is going downward, then the velocity will be negative. And acceleration, if an object is going in acceleration, look, the gravitational acceleration. Okay, so tell me, suppose a object is going upward direction. So at that point, in that case, the gravity will attract in which direction? Gravity will always attract in downward direction. So that means G is negative. If the object is going downward, then also your gravitational acceleration will attract in downward direction. So that means gravity always attract in downward direction. So always G is always negative. Okay. So remember this simple formula, simple sign convention. Object is going upward, it is positive. Displacement is positive, velocity is positive. And if a object is going downward, then it is displacement is negative, velocity is negative. So okay, so considering the initial velocity in y direction is 0, acceleration in y direction minus 10 meter per second. Okay, acceleration will be always negative, and displacement in y direction is minus 20 meter. Okay, because object is going downward direction. Okay, in y direction. Okay, so first tell me, look, what is the displacement here? Displacement, actually general displacement is this line. Okay, but displacement in y direction, it is actually this one. This is the displacement in y direction. And which one is the displacement in the x direction? So this range, this is the displacement in x direction, and this is the displacement in y direction. Okay, so displacement in y direction is minus 20. Now just use simple formula, sy is equals to ut plus half a, s is equals to ut plus half a square. S is minus 20, u is, since u is 0, ut will be 0, half into value of a is minus 10 into t square. Now we calculate, you will get t is equals to plus minus 2. T is equals to plus minus 2. So you know that you have to take positive value for time, because time here time cannot be negative. So t is equals to 2 seconds. Your final answer. The next part of this question is find the horizontal range. Find the horizontal range means this distance. So horizontal range means how much distance it will cover before reaching the ground. Okay. So okay, so since horizontal range is in which direction? It is in x direction. So that's why you will consider the y direction motion of the object, not x direction motion of the object, not y direction, because this range, horizontal range, it is in x direction. So that's why you will consider the x direction of motion. So considering the x direction of motion of the object, so initial velocity in x direction is how much? 5 meter per second. Final velocity is also 5 meters per second. Displacement is written as r. Acceleration in x direction, there is no acceleration in x direction, so it is 0. And time is 2 seconds. What we just calculate? So time is in 2 seconds. So now you will ask me, sir, we calculate time for y axis only. Look. So we calculate the time for y axis only. Look. So in 2 second time, the object is covering this much distance. So displacement is this much. So in 2 second, it is covering this distance and this distance. Correct? So in t time, it is going 20 meter downward, as well as it is covering r distance in right side also. Okay. So how much time it is covering r distance? In 2 seconds. How much time it is covering 20 meter distance? In 2 seconds. Same time. Okay. So time is 2 seconds. So if you put up, so you use the equation, s is equals to ut plus half a t square, then r is equals to 10 meter, because a is 0, r is equals to 10 meter. Now third question, third point is, third part of this question is find the velocity of the object when it hits the ground. Now we have to, velocity means final velocity of the object when it is reach the ground. Now first tell me, initial velocity in x direction is 5 meter per second. Final velocity in x direction is also 5 meter per second. So final velocity in x direction we know, so what you have to calculate? Final velocity in y direction, correct? Then we can write the velocity in vector form. So final velocity in x direction 5 meter per second. So we have to consider the y direction motion. So in y direction, initial velocity 0, acceleration minus 10 meter, final velocity final velocity we have to calculate this and time is equals to 2 second. Okay, so we use the equation vy is equal to u plus at, v is equals to u plus at, u is 0, a is minus 10, t is 2. So vy is equals to minus 20 meter per second. Minus 20 meter means the final velocity in which direction? Downward direction, not upward direction. So in vector form you can write v is equals to 5 I hat minus 20 j hat. Okay, x direction velocity into I hat into a y direction velocity into j hat. So this is the vector velocity in vector form. The last part of the question, find the speed. So speed means amplitude of the velocity. So you have to find out the mod of velocity. So mod of velocity means root of 5 square plus 20 square. So that means for root of 425. So after calculating you will get 5 root 70 meter per second. Now the last part of the question. So this the last part. So this type of question actually rarely asked in your exam. Okay, but still you have to prepare for exam. Okay, so last part is find the angle created by the object with x-axis when it reaches the ground. Angle created means look, the ball is falling in this way. Okay, so this is the direction. So in x-axis, with x-axis, this angle you have to calculate, this angle, theta angle. Okay, so how can you calculate this theta angle? The same thing, suppose okay, so this is the direction of in this direction ball is falling. Now consider this x-axis, this y-axis. So in x-axis velocity y is what? 5 meter per second. Y-axis velocity is, we just calculated how much? I think 50 or 25, whatever. Okay, I think 50. Okay, so let me check. In y-axis we have just calculated how much it is, 20 meter per second, correct? It is 20 meter per second. So just you can use anything. So this angle is theta, so you have to calculate this theta angle. So you can use anything, tan theta, sin theta, cos theta. Okay, so here I have calculated in terms of, now you cannot calculate the, sorry, you have to calculate in terms of sin theta only, because Vx and Vy is known. So tan theta is equals to perpendicular by base. So here, so this is perpendicular is Vy. Okay, and base is this one. So you can ask me, sir, why this one is base? Remember the angle always lies with base. Okay, what you have to draw, it is always your perpendicular. Remember, always what you have to draw is always your perpendicular. So in this triangle you can draw this one, it is perpendicular, and theta angle always lies with base. So that means this is your base. Okay, and this is your perpendicular. So tan theta is perpendicular by base. Perpendicular actually Vy, this arm is Vy, and base is Vx. So Vy is 20, Vx is 2. So theta is equals to tan inverse 4. So this is your final answer. The last question is, a ball is thrown from a top of a tower of height 20 meter with initial velocity 30 meter per second at an angle 30 above the horizontal. Find the time taken to reach the ground. Find the horizontal range and find out the final velocity just before hitting the ground. So here the ball. So here you thrown the ball in which direction? In upward direction. Upward direction means here we have some velocity component in y direction also. In previous case we thrown the ball in which direction? In horizontal direction. So at that case the velocity component of y direction was 0, but here there will be some velocity component in y direction also, correct? So in the velocity is 30 meter per second and angle is 30. So you can break this initial velocity into two component. Okay, this will be your cos 30, this will be your 30 sin 30. Okay, so x component of velocity is 30 cos 30. 30 cos 30 means 30 value of cos 30 is 0 upon root 3 by 2. So that means 15 root 3. So initial velocity in x direction is how much? 15 root 3. And initial velocity in y direction, ey is 30 sin 30. So 30, what is the value of sin 30 degree? So value of sin 30 degree is half. So that means 15 meter per second. So initial velocity in y direction is 15 meter per second. Initial velocity in x direction is 15 root 3 meter per second. So it is 15 root 3 meter per second, and it is 30 root 3, it is 15 meter per second. So first you have to find out the time taken to reach the ground. So time taken to reach the ground, so which direction you have to calculate, you have to consider. So since we don't know this horizontal range, displacement in x direction we don't know, but displacement in y direction we know 20 meters. So we will consider the y direction of motion, not the x direction of motion. So initial velocity in y direction is 15 meter per second. Displacement is minus 20 since the ball is going downward. Now don't confuse, you will say that sir, ball is going upward then going downward. So displacement is, so displace it is finally coming in which direction? Downward direction. So displacement did not depend on path, it is depends on the final position. So final position it is this one. So displacement, net displacement actually this line, but displacement in y axis is actually this one, this 20 meter downward direction. So downward direction means minus 20. Okay, and acceleration, obviously there is a acceleration in y direction, and that is minus 10 meter per second. So we will calculate it minus, we is considering it is as minus 10 meter, but actual value is 9.8 meter per second square. So we will use the equation s is equals to ut plus half at square. Now put the values. Okay, put the values, you will get this equation, t square is minus 3t minus 4. Now you have to solve this one. If you solve, you will get t is equals to minus 1 or t is equals to plus 4. Okay, so here we have to take only the positive value. So t is equals to plus 4 second. Second part of this question is find the horizontal range. Horizontal range means this much distance, means how much distance it will cover before reaching the ground. Okay, so since this horizontal range it is in x axis, so you have to consider the x direction of motion, not y direction. So consider the x direction of motion. Initial velocity in x direction is 15 root 3 meter per second. There is no acceleration in x direction, that is 0. Time is also 4 seconds, we just calculated. And displacement is, it is written as r. Okay, so r is equals to u, value of u is 15 root 3 and t is 4. Acceleration 0, so this whole term is 0. So 50 root 3 into 4 is 60 root 3 meter. So final value. Okay, so last part is find out the final velocity before hitting the ground. So final velocity in x direction, it is remains constant. If initial velocity was how much? Initial velocity was 15. So final velocity in x direction is also 15 meter per second. But initial velocity it will change. So we have to calculate the initial velocity in y direction. So that means we have to consider the y direction of motion of the ball. So in y direction, uy is how much? Initial velocity in y direction 15, acceleration minus 10 meter per second, time is 4. So using the equation v is equals to u plus at, put the values, you will get vy is equals to minus 25 meters. Minus 25 meter means the velocity in y direction is actually in downward direction, correct? And finally velocity, you can write that 50 root 3 minus 25. 50 root 3 I had minus 25 j had. So in this way you have to solve the equations, and don't forget the sign convention actually. Okay, so thank you for today.